फंडामेंटली कितना ज़रूरी है काशी विश्वनाथ धाम का सब भारतीयों के लिए?
Kashi Vishwanath is very very important because if you will see the Shiv Mahatma, Iskan Puran and various Upanishads which are written, Kashi is the most important place and sacred place for all the Hindus. It has been mentioned by James Princip in his book Banaras Illustrated that the Vedas and Shastras all testify that Kashi is the first of the cities and Ganga is the first of the rivers, virtue and apart from that James Princip has said and narrated in his book the great importance of Kashi for Hindus. So I say and I believe that Kashi is foremost and very very important for all of us, and through legal battle we will restore it.
Now, do you see the makeover of Ayodhya help in building interest to understand, the importance of Kashi?
Definitely, the dispute of Ram Temple and the judgment of the Supreme Court passed in Ram Mandir case definitely has paved the way for lot of such disputes. It is very important that in case of Kashi, the legal issues which have emerged, the Supreme Court has on principle of law answered it in Ram Mandir case, whether it's the rights of Hindu deities, whether it's the right of Waqf, whether it's the Waqf by user concept, all these things have been dealt by Supreme Court in Ram Mandir case. So the judgment of Ram Mandir and entire litigation of Ram Mandir will help in solving the disputes of Kashi and Mathura. And I must also tell you that in the society lot of awareness has now started for these kinds of civilizational battles.
Right. Vishnu, can you also tell us about your family's association with Kashi and how did this all start for you and your family?
See, my family, my father Mr. Shankar Jain was associated with Ram Mandir case from 1989 till 9th November 2019, and in Varanasi Kashi case we have filed 7 civil suits before the civil court of Varanasi, and continuously we are pursuing the civil suit before the district court of Varanasi, before the Allahabad High Court and before the Supreme Court. And our continuous endeavor is that Kashi, which is most sacred to all the Hindus, must be restored in its original form. The so-called Gyan Vyapi mosque is not a mosque in terms of in eyes of law, and therefore that illegal encroachment must be removed, and the shivling which is there in the Vazu tank must be cleaned and worship must start for the Hindu devotees. So my family has been very closely associated with Kashi Vishwanath case and Mathura Shri Krishna Janmabhoomi case and other cases of this civilizational battle, and this is our life. This is everything to all of us.
Right, and also, tell us, Vishnu, as a young lawyer, how important is this fight for Indian temples, and what do you see, coming out of this? Is it going to be historical justice?
See, as a young lawyer practicing in the Supreme Court, being associated in Ram Mandir case, and today when we are in an era when Ram Mandir is going to be Pran Pratishthit, Ram Temple, Bhagwan Ram idol is going to be Pran Pratishthit on 22nd of January, I feel very proud and I feel very privileged that I was a part of this movement, and I feel very proud and privileged to be a part of this civilizational battle, because ultimately these are battles which have travelled from generation after generation. In 1670 Aurangzeb had demolished Kashi Vishwanath temple and Mathura Krishna Janmabhoomi temple. For so many years this entire civilization kept mum, and today we had got the opportunity to fight this legal battle and get justice for the entire civilization. So it's a very very proud moment for all of us, and as a young lawyer as well as a team member of Mr. Shankar Jain, we will do our level best to get these places restored for the entire country.
Vishnu, what have you learnt about the Kashi temple and how did it look before the invaders actually demolished it?
See, in Kashi temple the very important thing is, if you will see the historical background of Kashi Vishwanath, as I told you, James Princip has also said that the Vedas and Shastras all testify that Kashi is the first of the cities and Ganga is the first of the rivers. The importance of Kashi can also be understood when you feel Kashi, when you be there in the Kashi. If you will read the book of A.S. Altrekar, he has said that even after demolition in 1670, people used to worship at the plinth of the so-called mosque by believing their idol, their god is inside the so-called mosque. So even after demolition, the Hindus continued their worship in the Kashi Gyan Vyapi case, and I feel that we have a very very strong case on legal aspects, on historical aspects, on travel accounts, on gazetteers, and all these things will be proved to hilt when the matter will come before the Honorable Court.
Vishnu, coming back to today, what can you tell us about the ASI survey and its most significant finding?
ASI survey in Ram Mandir case has been very, very important. The ASI had did the excavation in Ram Mandir, and let me tell you that in 2021 SCC page 1, paragraph number 730.7, the ASI had given a finding that the structure which is beneath the so-called mosque is a structure of non-Islamic in nature. It's a non-Islamic nature structure, and apart from that, the ASI has also given a finding that the structure which was found beneath the Babri mosque was of 12th century. 14 the Kasauti ke pillars, black stone pillars were also found by the ASI. 85 other pillars were also found by the ASI. Circular shrine was also found by the ASI. ASI had also found various materials of Gupta period, and all the findings of the ASI has been approved by the Honorable Supreme Court in the judgment. So it's a very, very important finding by the ASI. And let me also tell you that the finding given by the ASI finds authority in law by virtue of Order 26 Rule 10A of the CPC.
Is there space for a grand gesture from both sides in Kashi now that we are seeing one see its conclusion in Ayodhya?
See, it's not about a grand gesture, it's about a litigation which is pending in the court. So far as the Hindu side is concerned, we are not even ready to compromise even an inch of land. As I have told you, this is a Purna Bhumi for us. Kashi, Vishwanath as well as Mathura and many more temples, they are all Purna Bhumis for us, and we cannot compromise even an inch of land. And this business of giving alternate land for an illegal encroachment must stop. As I must tell you that in Ram Mandir case, I was one of the Hindu parties who filed a review before the Supreme Court, and the 5-acre alternate land which was given to UP Sunni Central Waqf Board was challenged by me. But I strongly believe that this alternate land practice should stop, and those who have captured the land of deity, they should compensate for their illegal possession. Rather than taking compensation from them and apologies from them, we are giving them alternate land. So it's not an issue of grand gesture, it's an issue of justice for an entire civilization.
Vishnu, what do you say has been the biggest challenge in this fight for Kashi Vishwanath corridor?
The biggest challenge in Kashi Vishwanath case was to get the survey done. The Advocate Commission survey was a turning point in this case, and also the ASI survey which has happened in Kashi Vishwanath case was also a big turning point in this case. And let me tell you, on 24th of January, the ASI report, we will argue before the court that ASI report must be made public and the copy should be given to the advocates and the parties. And it is going to be a historic day, because in that 1000 pages ASI report, the truth of 92 days of survey of Gyan Vyapi is there, which will come out. So those two things, the ASI survey and Advocate Commissioner survey in Kashi case, were clinching points and turning points of the case.
And Vishnu, how important is the Hindu renaissance that we are seeing with the making of the Ayodhya, Kashi and Mathura projects?
See, it is very, very important. It is an issue of civilizational battle. It's an issue of civilizational faith. It's an issue of restoration of dignity of the entire civilization, of their ethos, of their cultural heritage. And therefore, if you will see the original text of the constitution, the original constitution, Bhagwan Ram, Lord Ram is also there on the original pages of the constitution. So Lord Ram, Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna are the cultural heritage of this country, and we strongly believe to get restored these places is very, very crucial for the entire community.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.